Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. It's Friday, which means it's time for Chibi Friday, and I am working on the one that we started last week. So Chibi, Cliff Burton, Metallica bassist, and I actually finished up the inking off screen last week because I was having so much fun drawing him that I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to leave those teeny tiny little bits. Like, I made the pupils a bit bigger and tried to even them out and center them a little bit more. And, I don't know, just teeny tiny little touches of ink where different areas are meeting each other. Like right here, where there should be a little bit of shadow because the head is overhanging and causing shadow on the shoulder here. There's little stuff like that. And that means we're ready to start coloring today. So I'm going to do my tried and true Copic markers first. I put my little clippy on here in the back. So, let's see. Let me get my reference image up. So, I always start from lightest to darkest colors. Because Copic markers and most markers, I think, at least alcohol-based markers, work the best if you do light to dark colors. Because you can always go darker, but you can't go lighter again. So, let's get to the earth tones to find a good skin tone for him. He has seemed, at least in the reference image that I have, has fairly light skin. Maybe even lighter than that. I usually use the E00, which is literally called skin white. I know that's problematic, but they're the ones who picked the name, not me. But I wonder if there's something even a little whiter. Oh! Here's the E51 Milky White. I'm going to start with this one for the base. It's a little bit lighter than what I usually go to. So, let's see, E51. E51. Oh, a little pet hair got on here. There, got it off. Okay, so I'll use the small end to do his arms. And I think that's the only skin that's showing because he's got pants on. Not like shorts or something. Long pants, to be specific. So I'm gonna go do the, no wait, I'll do his one exposed ear with this small. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the larger chisel tip. Hi, Satsuita! Satsuita is here. And she's in the other room behind me. Because she's hanging out with me today. So this is behind me right now in the other room. How are you doing? Are you hanging in there? Yay! I'm glad to have somebody with me. And you're already with me. It's so funny. It reminds me of when we were kids and we got the EverQuest Online Adventures and we all had it. And so we'd be in all rooms of the apartment, but we'd be messaging on there, not talking to each other, because it was easier to message on the game. And that felt so weird at the time, but I do it all the time now. Like if Sean is upstairs and I'm downstairs and I'd like him to come, I don't know, help proofread a thing I just wrote or something, and let's just send a message. See if he's available. Okay. Got the base layer for the skin done. Keep this out, because I'll probably come back to it later. That's crazy. It's probably because of the vents connecting the rooms. Because like the pigeon's room is above you over there. And I hear them all the time. Because the vent is right, goes straight down from pigeon room straight down to where I always sit on the couch. That's funny. You're gonna have a weird echo effect for the next hour. So I think this E00 is just completely out because it's too close to this. It's a little bit darker, but it's too close to that to be useful. So for my next layer of color, well, maybe I'll put the base layer down for everything first. No, let's at least put one shade down on the skin tone first. Let me see. Maybe this E11 would be a good next color. I wonder why that's not allowed. Oh. Hi, Exy! How are you? Hello, great to see you. I guess I'll allow it. Apparently, saying he's a ginger is bullying. I'll allow it, though, because I don't think you were bullying him. Okay, that's weird. It doesn't all. It's also okay. Allow this one because it's not explicitly stating the word. Admittedly, okay, it's because I have the filter on really high because I don't want to have to deal with it. Anything sneaking by, but now LMAO has been allowed. It's funny. Some things I have not allowed in the past. Because there's a difference between what I would like to do with my channel is allow it to be family friendly or everyone friendly. Not necessarily family, but like make everyone comfortable. Allow everyone to be comfortable. And even though the way I might speak in my everyday life is not how I will speak here, but that's okay, so. But since you can say LMAO and you don't have to read out what the words mean, then I don't think that that's a swearing, so. I have allowed it. It is permitted. Not just for you, but for everyone. LMAO. Yeah, I believe it. Exy says, I believe it wasn't allowed because of the letters in the word. Yep, because the one letter means a word that is a swear word that I use every day when I'm off camera. But on camera, again, want to make everyone comfortable, so. Yeah, I think that's a good next step. I got so distracted by adding some words to my permission list. So I'm going to go with the E11 for the next color. Hopefully that's not too big of a jump, but I don't want to keep within this same family because this is a little too, it's going to the yellow side of the earth tones. I don't want to stick on the red side because that's what I'm seeing in the reference image, so. I mean, there are these more middle-y ones. Maybe this, but I don't really like these options. This is too big of a jump, I feel like. I'm looking down and I'm looking up. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the E11. Holy crap, we have so many people here! Tia is here. Hello! Wow, everybody! How's everybody doing? I don't remember if I actually asked anybody. Hope everybody is having or had a great Friday and is looking forward to the weekend. Have some plans, even if it's just to relax. Okay, so in the reference image, the light is coming in from this side, kind of from the front, but a little bit more to the side. Not perfectly from the side either, so like kind of like this. So I'm gonna put shadow on this side of the face, this side of the arms. And so here we go. Oh yeah, this is the perfect color. Yay! I'm glad I went with this one. This is perfect color. I had to turn my phone screen off. It was distracting me. Had my playlist still up and I'm not listening to the playlist right now. Wow! So the 3 people in my chat with me today. This is the best Friday ever! Ooh, adulting. Tia is adulting. Currently sorting out all my receipts. I feel that though. Today was supposed to be pay bills day for me, but I So here's an interesting story to share. The smoke alarm went off in my room. I mean, it didn't go off. It was doing that beep to tell me the battery was dead or almost dead. So there was that. And then a package came at the door, and it was like all these things. And so I ended up getting started working on my illustration work half an hour late, which is fine because I was still able to get what I wanted done today. But it meant that I used up my pay bills time, so I have not paid my bills yet. I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow. It's okay, they can wait one day. So I feel the adulting. I feel it. I do have a lot of auto pay stuff set up. I put a little shading on the dimple in the chin. Yes, so cute. And let's do it along the bottom of the jaw too. This is actually the perfect shadow color. I gotta remember this. E51 plus E11 is just, oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. Now his hair is casting a shadow, so light's coming from here, but that means it's also hitting the hair and casts a shadow on the face. And that means the ear will also be in shadow. And I'll do a little bit along this hairline, even though I'm not really seeing it so much in the reference image, but I always like to do that. For the anime style, I think looks so nice when the hair, I don't know, anime characters always have big hair, and I always like that, so it makes the hair look even more, it's already pretty big, but it makes it look even bigger. Cliff's cleft chin. That's a tongue twister. Cliff's cleft chin. Cliff's cleft chin. Cliff's cleft chin. Cliff's cleft chin. Yes, indeed, and it's barely, you can barely tell on the reference image, but I noticed it, so I wanted to include it. Those kind of little details really help with Chibi, because the Chibi overall is like pretty much the same formula. Oh, the camera's not focused. Okay, I fixed it. Same overall formula for everybody, so if you can fit in the super specific details like that, then it will really help to identify them as whoever it's supposed to be. Okay, I think that's good for the skin for now. I'll probably come back and do more later. Probably a third shadow color, like right here and for the ear and stuff, but I'll just do 2 colors for each thing right now. So the next thing, the next darkest thing I think will be the hair. And in this picture, he has this reference picture, he has very like flaming red hair. So whether that's accurate or if that's just the lighting from the picture, I really like it, so I'm gonna go for it and make it like, it's like Weasley red hair. What? I think that's great. Satvita says he has fab hair. Kirk Hammond in an old video was teasing him for his hair care routine. I love it. I've always liked men with long hair. Like, especially in anime. I don't know, it's because in the 90s, that's what so many characters, and that's where I really started developing my interest in what anybody looks like. Like Sephiroth or Zex Marquis from Gundam Wing. Yeah, he was a big one. Yeah, I love that. So, I'm thinking this would be a nice color family to choose from. There is a little bit more. So this is yellow-red. There's red in it. There are some still yellow-red looking. And maybe this one I would add a little bit of. But I'm liking this overall. This group of colors overall. So let's see, what's the lightest color? So I want to start light and then build up on top of that. Ha, heck yeah. Satuisa says, warrior hair. Yes. Warrior hair. I mean, he's got the little wyvern on his shirt and everything. This is too light. Maybe more of this yellow's colors would actually... I'm looking back and forth between my color options here and the reference image over there on my screen. It's quite orange. It's quite orange. Heck, maybe even something like this. That's really, really vibrant, though. No, I don't like any of these either. Okay, this is very hard. I gotta pick one, though. I gotta pick one. I have to do it. I have to choose. I don't like these. Okay. Yellow Red 02. Light orange. Light orange. Oh yeah, I think so too. So he just says, I think that reference to yellow background is definitely affecting the colors. Yep. So I'm not planning to make it as red, but still go in that direction, because it's clearly based off that reference image. So anybody who knows that reference will be able to be like, oh look, it's a Chibi version of that. Coloring the curls is very fun. And here's the part where it's going over the shoulder. And then I'm purposefully being a little sloppy with the coloring at the ends here, because it's not like it's one big wall of hair. It's a bunch of strands and it's slowly coming apart, so that it's more like a screen of hair than some solid thing. So by being a little bit sloppy and letting some white paper show through, I think that I can get that same effect, or similar, using these markers. Okay, I can't look at chat for a second because I'm going to be looking only at this page while I finish, because I don't want to stop. I want to keep making marks while the marker is still relatively wet on the page, which does not last very long since it's an alcohol marker. So I can't look up. I can't look up yet. It's kind of like speed coloring. Until I get to the part in the hair, and then I'll look up real quick and see if there's any new messages for me. There, boom! Oh, I like this half and half look, actually. This looks kind of cool. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna keep it this way, but I think it's gonna be cool for a second. It's half and half. Hold it up. Opposite eyebrows and opposite hair. White and red. White and red. Oh, wait. Hold on, this is gonna be great. Yes! The mustache is also opposite. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. That's a cool character idea. You'd keep it in the back of my mind. Cool character design idea. Okay, now look at chat. Cliff Burton Base Warrior is the title of a particular design I have as a jacket back patch. Well, it's all coming together. Isn't it? I feel like there's something that's... Oh yeah, because you can call your guitar your axe. So it makes sense that it would be a warrior theme. Cute. Yay, glad you like it. Okay, burn it into your memory, because I'm going to finish coloring now with this color. I may as well finish the facial hair as well. That's funny, I just had a thought that eyebrows are facial hair too. Never struck me before, but it's true. So as long as anybody has eyebrows, they have facial hair. Nobody thinks of it that way though. I guess what normally comes to mind with the term facial hair is the bottom half of the face. Well, eyebrows are hair on your face, so technically. Okay, once again, I am in focus and color quickly mode. Even though there's like these big sections where I could have used the chisel tip, I specifically like to use the smaller end for hair, because then it can give it some hair texture without any extra effort, because it's just coming from the coloring, from the effort of coloring it in the first place, so it just happens to also add texture. And here's what's coming over this shoulder. There, boom! Nice, first layer of hair color done. Wow, these 3 colors in a row look really nice together. Well, I mean, I think they look really nice together on the page, too. As we finish the stash, he really looks like Cliff. Yay! Also, Satoshi was ah! Ah! Mouth brows. Yeah, that's this mustache. Mouth brows. They're even about the same size. I mean, maybe not on the Chibi, but in real life. Or not even in real life, in this photo, because the photo is a captured moment in time, so it's not even real life anymore. But anyway, that's kind of a... What is the term for what that is? Philosophical? I won't think about it too hard. Okay, for the secondary color, I think I don't want it to go too cartoony again. I say that a lot, I think. But I'm going to go back to the earth tones for the secondary color to sort of bring it back down to earth a bit. So we'll use a red from one of the red group of earth tones. This dark suntan actually looks really good. Yeah, let's do that. E15, dark suntan. What is real? Satoshi just asked. I think a lot and analyze things a lot, and then I sometimes, like, I know exactly what I'm thinking, and I can't figure out the words, like, I don't know how to explain what I mean. But I think that's okay, because in that respect, I think everybody has a slightly different experience. So the what is real, going back to the what is real comment. I think it looks really good. It looks really good. This color looks really good with the other one, on top of the other one. And so we'll add the shading on the eyebrows to match the line of shading that I already introduced from the shading the skin. But I also, with eyebrows, even if it's not what's actually there, for my anime chibi eyebrows, I love to make it look like they're like thick, like sticking out a little bit. It's a little bit under at the bottom. Like they're so thick that they're casting a little tiny shadow on themselves. Do the same thing with the mustache, but I'm just using little dots, not a line, because the mustache is much more sparse. At least the way I drew it on the Chibi version. Okay, so now I've done, like, this is super basic shading. I didn't need to look at the reference photo at all. Now I'm going to add more on the outside part of the hair, which is influenced by the direction of the light. So we're going to add some here and a lot on this side. Oh, and a little bit here because this part of the hair is tucking back behind his ear, and then this other part is falling in front of that. So there's some shadow happening here because of that. And then we'll just look a few little squiggles here and there, just to give it a little bit more depth, I think, or something. This is not just one big flat piece. There's small amounts of shadow happening with individual strands or individual smaller pieces of hair. Okay, now the big one. Definitely lots of shadow under here. And then right here, the light is hitting like opposite of what's happening here. So I'm going to leave that. But then almost everything else is this darker color on this side. One spot that's not is like right about here. So I'll do my best to remember to save that. And other little spots like it that I'm seeing. And as I'm adding this shadow, I'm not just going to do straight lines, do a little more of these squiggly lines, because again, it has the texture to the hair, while also accomplishing the coloring part. Let's see, where's that bright part? Right there. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe just a little bit more right there. There. Good. And then this tiny little touches to show there's stuff happening on an individual strand level. Okay, I think that's good for the hair. I wonder if I'll be able to get this done today. I don't know. We'll see. Got about half an hour left. Okay, in the stream window, I mean. What's next? What's the next darkest thing? I can't tell what color his eyes are supposed to be. Satuita, what color? They look kind of gray, I think. Zoomed in on my reference, but it's pixely at this level. I think that would make them the next thing. Satuita says they are gray, green, bluish. Okay, then I'll just go for a cool gray and then add a little bit gray, green, bluish. Okay, cool gray. We'll start with cool gray. Cool gray 4. Oops. I hit my chair on my box of cold DVDs. I went through my DVDs and got either stuff that I no longer have interest in, or wait, I just added that as shadow on his eye. I mean, that's fine, but I forgot what I was doing. I got distracted by hitting my chair on my box of stuff. Anyway, got the box of stuff behind me. I'm gonna bring it to the used bookstore and try to sell it. Because it's either stuff that is on DVD that I have, but I would want it on Blu-ray. So, sell the DVD. And stuff that I just don't have any interest in anymore. But it's taking up a lot of space in here. I got three boxes. I accidentally put it there as a shadow color, so it's going on all of them. Okay, so that's the base, but in order to give it that green hue as well, because cool gray is already kind of blue, let's go to the greens. Or at least the blue greens. Blue. Blue green. Hazel. Hazel, I think, is brown green. But I think maybe the green part is similar. Let's see. What is a good one to go on top of this cool gray? It's definitely blue in there. So Twitter, why did you put ah? A big ah. Oh, is it because the eyes are colored in? Let's see. Oh, this lime green might actually be really nice. Because I'm not adding shadow right now. I just want to add more color. So we'll put this G21. See what that does. Cute eyes. Okay, good. It was a good ah. Nice. Adding the green in too has helped it get the color different from the part where I accidentally decided what color shading I would do on the white part of the eye. Because actually I normally do use a cool gray to do the shading on the eye. So I think that's just why I automatically started doing it. Because I just do it all the time. Okay. Here's a close-up of what it's looking like. I mean, of course, the camera is going to make it a little bit different. But I think I want to add a little bit more blue, like proper blue, not cool gray blue. So I'm going to find that kind of color next. Let's get back into the blues, or maybe a blue-green. I wasn't really liking any of these, though. They're all pretty intense. And there's 1,000. Oh, is it not focused again? Come on, camera. Thank you. Press the button. Ah, yeah. Because something like maybe this baby blue is a little bit more gentle, so it'll mix and stuff. Ooh, this powder blue. Is that it for the blue? There's so many blues. Okay. Let's see that powder blue. B41. I guess nobody has any cool weekend plans. I got crickets in the chat for that question. I'm looking forward tonight to going to there's a oh, what would you call it? It's called the Idaho Capital Asian Market or something like that, and it's got like a grocery store and several restaurants and like a pottery shop, an Asian style pottery shop. I'm liking this color. It's really hard to tell if it's like his photo, but I think I can just stick with this combo. I like it. Here's this. Ah, the white balance. Ah. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna stick with that for the eyes. So let's look for a shadow color now to match with the shadow that I put on the white of the eye. So yeah, they're having a, over there at the Idaho Capital Asian Market, some sort of Friday event every Friday this summer, apparently. It's the first time they ever did anything like that. I love shopping over there, because of course I love all kinds of Asian food, especially Japanese food, and cooking it myself, so I love getting, like, stuff that you can't get at the normal grocery stores. So it sounds like it's gonna be really fun, so I'm gonna go over there after this stream and see what it's like. Apparently there's some food vendors that have like some specifically what I heard was a vegan samosa, like Indian style samosa. Really good. Apparently it's like gigantic too, like this. I've only ever had ones that are like, maybe like this, or like really teeny tiny ones. So I would be excited to eat a samosa that's like this. The people who told me might have been exaggerating though. We'll find out. Maybe I'll use this blue-green 18 as the shadow color. I feel like I'm liking that. I wish I could, I wish I could get it closer. But when I'm looking at the mixed color that I created here, and then looking at this swatch, I feel like it's a nice jump for shadow. So that's BG18. BG18. Oh, is it the one you wanted? Is that what I picked? So I'll tell you to put one of the green blues, second row at the end. Ah, nice. Yay, it's the one you wanted. Well, makes sense. We have a similar education, a similar life experiences. So it makes sense that we would think the same way. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Good job, us. Yes, it's very nice. Very nice. Okay, one of my favorite things to do is, although I want to look at this. Oh, okay, first I'm going to add shadow that corresponds with this big thing of shadow that I've got on the face that I already used to add shadow on the eyebrow. I'm going to do the same thing on the iris of the eye and make this whole area in shadow too. I need a swatch thing. There's like a little swatch. I need a yeah, there's like a little bit of dried stuff in here making little extra dark lines, so I'm rolling it out so that the color becomes even, because I'm getting little uneven streaks. So I think what happens when what has happened when I experience that is that the pigment has concentrated into one little spot, and then it just looks really dark because it's not being evenly spread throughout the tip with the alcohol medium, but now that's better. Okay, that was a little side adventure. Okay. So, what I like to do is do a little shadow around the outside of the iris. And then later when I do highlights, I'll do a highlight right on the rim as the pupil, as it's going in, as it is going, as where it curves in and becomes the pupil. Okay, what's next? Such a cutie. Hey, there he is. He's coming to life. As a chibi. Reborn as a chibi. So his guitar was black. His shirt is black. I think he's just got jeans on, so I think that's the next darkest thing to do is the jeans. And they're quite a blue jeans, so... I need... Okay, I'll do this B23 for the light color, and then I think I'll just go straight for this B26, so I'll get both of those. B23 and 26. Can use the baby blue, the powder blue, baby blue. I got the one next to it. Very close. I like the rainbow of markers stacked. Yes. Me too. I mean, I put them here so I can get them if I want to use them again, but also just because it's so visually satisfying to see this. And it grows and grows and becomes more interesting. Okay. It's very easy to color this stuff. So I don't have any reference for his shoes, so Satuita, since you're here, what color you want his shoes to be? I mean, they're just these tiny little dots, but I was thinking either black or brown. I don't have reference for his pants either, but I'll just use my best judgment to do the shading on here. Bitty bell bottoms. Yes, indeedy. The bitty bell bottoms. Holdover from the 70s. He wears yellow leather boots and one shoe like a brown yellow. Brown yellow, brown yellow. Okay, so we'll go to earth tones and look at the yellow earth tones. Or maybe we'll look at red yellow. Or is it yellow red? Yellow red? What do you think? Is it more like this kind? Yellow ochre. Okay, I've literally got that color. Yellow red 23. Yellow red 23. Yellow ochre. Oh, I think that's actually going to look really nice with this jeans color. Looks a lot like my hiking boots color, actually. Ah, looks so good. Rainbow. Okay, so it's so weird. This yellow ochre and the pale sepia next to it is hardly any difference. It's definitely not enough difference to use as a shadow color, so I'm going to go back to the earth tones for a shadow color. So these are the more neutral ones. Yeah, let's use this more yellow tending ones. There's not that many options, though. Not among the markers I have. I mean, there's all of these options, but they're not in the marker sets I have, so. Yellow ochre, universal colored name. I use it in paint too. Yep, that's one of those ones that is like a basic color that has been in art for hundreds of years. But not raw silk. That's what this color's name is. I think I'll use this light walnut. E57. E57. Yeah, I think I'm going to need one more session because we've got a little over 15 minutes left. Maybe we could make it, but I've got the whole guitar to do, the shirt, and then colored pencil work on top of that. So I think that this will be a 3-session chibi. My line of colors is getting very long. I have to keep moving my swatch book over. Okay, let me show you. Here's his little... Oh, I have to lower it. That little yellow boots. What's next? I think the neck of the guitar... What the heck? Guitar. And the shoulder strap... I think the shoulder strap is just black, though. I have my reference photo for the replica guitar officially and with the blessing of his family. Okay, so yeah, because his bass guitar is actually comprised of multiple different pieces from other guitar, like it's like a Frankenstein guitar. And I can't tell with the strap, but I think the strap is actually black, but it's just so reflective. It's reflecting this orange light because I see also reflections of orange on the guitar, and actually I think I'll incorporate that because I love colored light. It's very, very fun to draw. But I think the next darkest thing is not the black stuff like his shirt or the strap or the body of the guitar, but the neck, actually specifically the fretboard, because the head of the guitar is also black. So fretboard is next. It's still very dark brown, but I wonder if I would just use this color. Yeah, I'll use this color that I just used to be the shadow on the boots. It'll be the light color on the fretboard. Eee! Satoita puts in the chat. Eee! Yay! I'm glad you're liking it. You're only the second person after I've been sending to friends and family the little Chibi certificates as birthday presents. You're only the second person in a year to redeem one, so I'm glad that it's everybody who has redeemed one now is enjoying it because my other friend who got to me first, he really liked his Chibi Lulu, so. Let's see, I'm looking for, oh no, it's not going to be under there. I'm looking for, what am I going to use for the next darkest color on the fretboard? I don't know if this E59 Walnut is kind of the only option. This feels a little too cool to me. I want warmer colors. But it's just not that dark. It's not that much different than this one, so I think I'm going to have to go to a completely different group. And of course, like, this is so dark, but I think that's the option. Because there's this one. Oh, I don't know. It is better than... This is so dark. Okay, I'll just do this one. Even though it's a lot more red than I would want. E29. E29. Another universal color, or well-known color, Burnt Umber. That's the one that shows up lots of places. Okay, so there's actually not that much difference along the length of the fretboard that I can see because of lighting. It's more that there's a line of orange from that orange light they're using to light the scene hitting here below the hand. So I'm just gonna, I'll just like leave the top part a little lighter and work down to darker. And then bring this color back in to sort of mix them together and smooth it out, the transition between the two colors. Oh yes, that's very nice. Oh good. Oh, so resistant to the burnt umber, but actually it looks great. Okay. Ah, these are gold. Well, I'll just use the boot color. This is a nice gold color. Oh, what are they called? Keys? The part where you tighten the string. I think they're called key. They're called something. Okay. And then there's a little bit of hardware down here that's gold, but it's like little specks, basically, for how small this is, so I won't even do anything there, but... Oh! The button where the guitar strap attaches looks like it's gold. So there. A little gold in there. Oh, and the screws where the strings are attached is also gold. There. Nice. And it's so small, I'm not going to try to put like a shadow color. It's just going to be a flat gold. Probably will add a little touch of white ink at the end to make it look shiny and metallic, because that's what it is. But otherwise, that's good. Okay, how are we on time? Oh, we got time. Yeah, I think we can finish the... Well, I don't know. I might want to put a little... Oh, I'm not going to worry about what can we finish. I was going to say I think we can finish the markers, but when I'm looking at the hair, I really want to put another darker layer of color on there, so... But now, before I finish the last stuff that I haven't colored is all because it's black. I'm not going to do that yet, because now that I've noticed these nice little pops of orange from the orange light they're using in this photo shoot, I want to get that on there. So, let's see. Like, that's gotta be why his hair looks so red in the picture, is because everything is lit with this orange light. Maybe this cadmium orange. Yeah, I'm gonna go cartoony here, because that's how strong the lighting looks in the reference picture. Yellow, red, 07. Yellow, red, 07. Maybe the burnt umber as the hair shadow. The burnt umber? I wonder if that's a really big jump. Well, I'll look at it in a second. I could actually swatch it out. Because it is nice to use colors that have been used for other things in the picture. I feel like it gives the whole image a unity. Okay, and then there's a little bit of light. And then on the guitar strap as well. Anywhere else that I'm really seeing this? Well, I can't see the head of the guitar in the reference photo for him, so I'm just gonna assume that the way it's hitting on this part of the guitar, it would also hit here on the head. I don't think that's good. Swatchbook has to keep moving. Orange and brown look so good together. Everything looks so good together. Yeah, I'll show this up close. So this is what I'm adding in with marker before adding the black on. Little pops of orange light. And I'll do my best to retain those as I color with the super dark colors. So now it's finally time. So his shirt is just like a black hole. There is absolutely no... Okay, I'm like looking super close, and maybe there's the tiniest bit of light being reflected by the shirt, like right here. But it's so small that on the Chibi it just disappears. So I'm just gonna go ahead and color it in. Because I think that it would make sense anyway, even from just the Chibis, the light logic on this Chibi. Because the head is so big, the head will be casting a shadow on the body too. And the body is covered by the arms sticking forward, the guitar sticking forward, so I'm just going to go ahead and, in fact, I will use an actual black marker, which I don't use as much. Let's see, what do I want? Black or special black? I think special black is slightly bluer, so I'll use regular black, which is 100. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Might as well be the same as the ink black. Yeah, I could have just inked it in. Ah, I use marker now. Too late. Marker's going on. It's actually kind of nice to have an opportunity to use the actual black marker. And I'm being extremely... I'm not really swiping it across the page as much as sort of tapping it so that it's... Because when you put the marker down on this kind of paper, it expands a little bit because it gets sucked up by the page and goes shoop like a little tiny bloom. Well, I don't want it to bloom too far into this teeny tiny wyvern that I have drawn, so that's why I'm coloring it very, very delicately. Oh, especially around these hands. They're so small. The wyvern hands are tiny. I think I'll have to use some white ink though, because now I see this one toe. I inked it too close to itself, so it's disappeared. Like it was already gone because the ink was already touching itself. Whew, I made it. I made it through. Oh man. No wonder I'm putting my face so close. I forgot to put my glasses on. I cleaned them and then didn't put them on. Ah, that's better. It's so nice. It colored nice and even too. Wow, he really looks like real. Now that the shirt is not translucent or whatever. Okay. Where are we? 4 minutes. So I guess I could do the black. I'll do the base black. Haha, the base black. BASE black on the bass, B-A-S-S. See if we can get that done in 4 minutes or less. I'm liking this toner gray for the guitar, I think. Even though the orange is a warm color, when I look at warm gray, that's not really, I like this toner gray. So I'm going to do toner gray. And even though it's clearly like a glossy type of material, there's actually not that much that's just not black, 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 black. So I'll just go ahead and start really dark with like T7. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not the only one. Satoru says, lol, I do the same with my glasses. Taking a sip of my delicious coconut Earl Grey tea. I also forgot about this tea, and even though it's cooled down, it still tastes extremely delicious. And also, even though it was the second steeping of those tea leaves. Okay, let's get her done. I still gotta be careful, like I was with the shirt, to not let the ink expand into these areas that I've colored with gold or the orange. I mean, worst case scenario, I can put a little colored pencil on it, but it's better if the marker can just stay intact. Because colored pencil on top of marker is more like a gentle, it has a more gentle look. And I like these, how bold these marker gold and orange are looking. Yeah, when I get to the ink part, the white ink part at the end of this Chibi project, I think I might add a little highlight on the guitar body that's not there naturally, just to help it stand out a little bit more from the shirt. I'll think about it though. It might be okay by the time we're all done with everything. Yay, nice. And then the guitar strap. And I'm just going to draw some stripes with this one and then bring this orange back for blending. Blend these stripes in. And actually, for a little bit more blending, I'm going to get a lighter toner gray just for that. Because right now it looks really cool, but it doesn't look like orange light hitting a black strap. It just looks like a black and orange strap where it meets and becomes the other color as it's going that way. So by using this lighter color, hopefully I can make the transition a little more smooth and make it a little more obvious that this is light reflecting on here, not the natural color of the strap. Yeah, that's better. And a little bit more orange. And of course I can use some colored pencils on there later too to make that transition smoother. Oh, but we're perfectly at time, so excellent. I got all the base colors down, and there's still more marker work I want to do, plus colored pencil work, and then the final little pops of highlights with the white ink. But here's a little close-up where we got this week. Oh, he's looking so cute. Wow. This little cute Cliff Burton. Wait, I'm cutting him off with my little banner. There. Yay! Ah, there he is. We're done for this week. So I will be back on Monday with a, what is Monday? Inktober 52 stream. So hopefully see you all then. Thank you very much for everybody who stuck with me through the stream. It's so nice to have so many of you with me, because it gets lonely sometimes when I just stream by myself. So, that's it for today. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day and has a great weekend. Thank you for watching.